Box office top 10, beginning at Numero Chateau Léoville Les Casses Saint-Julien.
Are we still doing this gag, are we? Okay.
Well, clearly the redactor has come into some serious wine. This is from Colin. It's about the Big Lebowski. Dear Howard and Eunice,
yes.
I really think Mark is, because this was discussed last week as a reissue.
On take
I
two.
really think Mark is missing the point somewhat of the Big Lebowski. I love the Coen brothers comedies. I know they get a bit of a mixed reaction from the critics, but I think films like Lebowski, The Hudsucker Proxy, Intolerable Cruelty, Raising Arizona, and my personal favorite, Burn After Reading, are all loving tributes to the screwball comedies of the 1930s and 1940s.
Yes, they
Any
are.
discussion of which must also tip its cap to the 1975 wonderful What's Up, Doc. The narrative doesn't matter. It's all about the characters and their interactions. Almost everybody in these movies is certifiable. Don't expect logic, sense, and plot development to intrude. Expect fast-paced, sparkling repartee, farcical situations, and overlapping dialogue. These are all present in the Coen brothers comedies. They are delicate, delicious confections, loaded with high spirits, whimsy, and outright silliness. Look at them through the same lens as you would The Awful Truth, Bringing Up Baby, My Man Godfrey, and His Girl Friday, and you will catch the Coen brothers' wonderful drift. For further information, please refer to Dr. Howard Bannister's theory about vocal reverberation under spinal pressure. Got no idea what that bit means, but love the show, Steve, and that's from Colin.
If I just reply to that, I'm not missing that. I do get it, and of course the Coens themselves said I do like Hudsucker Proxy a lot. The Coens themselves said that the thing they were using as the narrative inspiration was the sort of the hard-boiled noir-y stuff, because it's like in which the plot is so convoluted that nobody cares and nobody understands because it doesn't matter. That's not the stuff. It is just the thing about the collection of characters. I don't think I'm missing that. I just don't think I find that funny. I still think that the Coen brothers' best comedy is actually a horror film, which is Barton Fink. Barton Fink is laugh out loud funny, and they made these two back to back. They were written around the same time. But Barton Fink there's not a single scene that you could lose, and the film would still work. Lebowski, you could cut whole sections of it out. You could put them in different order. The film would still be the same.
And into the 10 then, box office top 10. A Complete Unknown is at number 10, number 11 in America. I think we've said everything.
Yeah, I just Googled the Ukrainian flag theory, and certainly it appears to have some traction, that some people are reading it as that. I don't know whether anyone has said anything official, but that is apparently the theory is out there in the world, and I'm probably the dumbest person in the world because I didn't get it.
I guess it's just, was it a coincidence he was wearing blue? Was it a coincidence Chalamet was wearing yellow that Sandler is thrown out?
Well, put it this way. If there's anything in the world that explains why Timothée Chalamet was dressed as a canary, that would be good to know.
Anyway, that's at number 10. I'm Still Here is at number 9.
Fantastic. Absolutely loved it. And a great Oscar acceptance speech, and a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant central performance by Fernando. Sorry, you've seen the film, right?
I have. And there is one small point, which I don't think has been discussed.
Right.
There is a moment early in the film where all the family, it's one of those kind of heartbreaking, all the family are together and they're all dancing to records that have been put on the record player. And there is a moment where they take off an album and they put on a 45, but they don't change the speed. So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to undermine the film in any way, but those records cannot be played at the same speed. It's either you have to change the speed.
I think John Peel would have something to say about that, because John Peel regularly played things at the wrong speed.
Yeah. It's just that we heard what came out of the speakers.
I know it was that was the right speed. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's number 9. Conclave is at number 8.
Yeah, the film that didn't end up taking a whole bunch of Oscars home, but still
got best screenplay. Yeah,
exactly, and it is a very, very good screenplay. But as we were saying, if you were listening to the podcast extras, because we did one after the BAFTAs, one after the Screen Actors, and then one after the Oscars, there was a moment in the middle of that when suddenly everyone went, oh, hang on, is Conclave going to be the big winner on the night? No, but it's still a very fine film.
Mufasa the Lion King, doing very well. I mean, I know we just had half term, but it's number 7, number 6 in America.
Yeah, well, it has earned its keep.
Number 6 is Attack on Titan, The Last Attack. In America, it's number 38.
So, yeah, this is the 5th compilation of the series, and I haven't seen it. And if you are a fan of it, I don't fully understand, and I've explained this before, I don't fully understand why these series, movies, things happen. If you are a fan, you get it. To me, it's I just don't get it.
New entry at number 5 is The Last Showgirl.
Which I liked enough. I thought Pamela Anderson was pretty good in it. Jamie Lee Curtis is terrific in it. I don't quite get the critical adulation that it got. I know somebody was saying on the YouTube channel, I got my awards mixed up as to who won what and who was up for what. Honestly, we're at this point in the awards season, I can't remember who won what award and who got what. It's just like there was a bunch of awards and it was up for some of them and it got some, and it's okay, but I just don't quite get the adulation.
The fantastically named Bev Hip says about The Last Showgirl, slight. It's reasonably acted and directed. The lighting is quite evocative of fading narrative and lovely camera work, but I thought it was intentionally, in brackets, quite ephemeral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very good description. Very good description.
UK number 5. Number 4 is The Monkey.
Loved it. And as we pointed out last week, I was convinced it was an 18 certificate. No, it's 15 certificate. Kids today don't know they're born. Honestly, if you're going to get all this fun in a 15 certificate movie, cheer up.
Dogman is at number 3, number 5 in the States.
We've had emails from people who loved it and people who absolutely couldn't stand it.
The American number 1 is our number 2, Captain America Brave New World.
Well, I think that after last week's email from somebody in the American Armed Forces responding to the comment that you had made about, how do we even feel about the idea of Captain America in the current climate? I mean, we're recording this show the morning after Mango Mussolini's political rally posing as a state of the nation. And I thought that letter was, I think it was one of the best letters we have ever received.
Yeah.
Brilliantly written and incredibly heartfelt. And it really, really felt a reminder that just because Mango Mussolini is the leader of the American people, a huge number of the American people aren't on his side. He won by a weirdly slim, I mean, in electoral college terms, he won a resounding victory. But actually, in terms of numbers, he didn't. And it is important not to confuse him with them.
There is an email on that very subject, which will be coming up later. So the Captain America is number 2. Number 1, Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy.
Loved it, laughed, cried. It's all over the place, and it's structurally shambolic, and it makes Love Actually look like a really, really disciplined, rigorous thriller. But I cried my eyes out in the last half an hour, and I loved being able to do that.